ねえ、日本以外は1月1日、2日、3日でも平日ならお仕事してるの？本当？通常運転なの？
In Japan, New Year is a very special period, but in many countries, only January 1st is a holiday. January 2nd and 3rd are often normal working days. That's why the quiet atmosphere of the Japanese New Year feels very unique to people from overseas.
ああ、そっか。今では日本も2日からお店が開いてること多いよね。だから普通に過ごしがちだけど、今年はうちにもおせちが来ちゃった。
In the past, most shops in Japan were closed during the first 3 days of the new year, so people prepared preserved dishes in advance to get through the holidays. Osechi was also meant to give families, especially the person who usually cooks, a chance to rest. Hearing that the osechi from a long-established restaurant was delicious really shows the depth of Japanese culinary craftsmanship.
正直、冷めた料理って感じで、好きな黒豆とエビしか興味なかったんだけど、今回は老舗料理屋さんのだったの。やっぱり技術が違うんだろうね。どれもしっとりして美味しかった。本来の日本料理ってこれだよね。
Making food that tastes good even when it's cold is actually a very difficult technique. How the ingredients are handled, how they're cooked, and how the flavors are absorbed are all carefully calculated.
それと、お正月にするのは初詣。今年はちょっと遠出することにしたよ。
Even though many Japanese people don't strongly identify with a specific religion, there is a custom of visiting a shrine at the start of the new year to pray for safety and peace in the coming year. It's not so much about being lively, but more like a quiet moment to reset your feelings.
2日から岡山は倉敷へ GO!
Kurashiki is a very beautiful town where streets from the Edo period are still preserved. It's famous for its white-walled buildings and stone-paved roads, and it's a popular place to enjoy a slow, relaxed walk. And actually, Kurashiki is also known as the birthplace of Japanese denim. Denim made in and around Kurashiki is high quality and has gained attention from all over the world.
お店がだいたい10時オープンだから、その前にお参りを済まそうってことで、八神社を目指したよ。
Visiting a shrine before shops open is a very natural flow in Japan. It's like greeting the gods at the start of the day.
それっぽい階段見っけ。でもこれお寺だね。この階段そそるよね。でもどれぐらい続くんだろうってちょっと葛藤したけど、そりゃ行かないとでしょう。
For some reason, Japanese shrines and temples often have a lot of stairs. It can be tiring, but enjoying the scenery and the atmosphere at the top is also part of the visit.
安心して。階段はこことその先は八神社のところだけだったから大丈夫。階段の上は静かなお寺と小さい神社があったけど、そこから八神社に行けたよ。
At a shrine, you first cleanse your hands and mouth. At the water pavilion, this is a ritual to prepare both your body and your mind. Before passing through the Torii gate, you make a small bow to show respect and say, in a way, excuse me for entering.
ちょっと屋台も出てて、もう賑わってる。さっき言ってた階段まで参拝の列ができてたよ。見晴らしがいい階段で、倉敷の瓦屋根が美しい。思わず写真撮っちゃった。
New Year is the busiest time of the year for shrines. Looking down at the town from a higher place makes the scenery feel special, different from everyday life.
境内まで来た時、獅子舞が始まったの。めっちゃ嬉しい。縁起いいよね。皆さんにもお裾分け。動画見て。
The lion dance is a traditional performance that is believed to ward off evil spirits and bring good fortune. It's also said that having the lion bite your head will make you smarter. That's why, during the new year, children often have their heads bitten by the lion. There are different interpretations, though.
私は子供の頃嫌だったのにな。ちょっと大きいからかな。自分から頭差し出してる子たちがいた。
Things that felt scary in childhood often come to be understood as good luck as we grow up. The kids offering their heads on their own are pretty brave, aren't they?
この後お祈りして200円のおみくじ引いたよ。ここのがすごく珍しくって、ランクっていうのかな？普通大吉とかそういうのなんだけど、なんか難しい名前なの。見てこれ。危ぶめばついに吉。かっこいいでしょ？
Omakuji aren't meant to decide your future. They're more like advice for who you are right now. The ones with difficult wording are often the most interesting if you take time to read them carefully.
かっこいいんだけど、50ある中の33番目とあんまり良くなかったから結んでなかったことにした。
When the result isn't very good, many people tie the omakuji at the shrine and leave it there. But if you like what it says, it's also perfectly fine to take it home with you. What matters most is not letting the result control you too much and taking it in a positive way.
お正月飾りって言って、こうやってお家を飾るんだけど、歴史的建造物、これ古い住宅が残されてるの。
New Year decorations are markers to welcome the deity of the new year. They are meant to purify homes and buildings and prepare them to welcome the new year.
お店や会社では門松とか立派なの飾ってたりするんだけど、ここ旅館らしいんだけど、この飾りかっこいいよね。
Kadomatsu show where the gods are invited to descend. Decorations made from natural materials really reflect a uniquely Japanese sense of aesthetics.
あとは買い物したり観光したり過ごしたんだけど、お正月というのがメリットデメリットがあったよね。メリットはやっぱりお正月特有の荘厳な雰囲気を味わえたのがすごく良かったよね。
Traveling during the new year lets you experience a different side of Japan, with its quietness and sense of solemnity. That's probably the biggest charm.
デメリットはちょっとだけ食事で注意が必要だった。お店が開いてても仕入れができなかったりするから、メニューが通常とは違うお正月メニューになってるのを入ってから知ってがっかりってこともあったね。ここは理解しないとです。
On the other hand, because distribution can slow down during the new year, it's important to be careful about meals and opening hours. That's also part of what makes the Japanese New Year unique.
それと大阪への戻りはすごく駅が混雑してたよ。お土産とか買いたいなら多めに時間取っといた方がいいね。混雑しててもみんな満たされて帰るから平和だったけどね。
Even in the middle of the crowds, there's a calm atmosphere somehow. More than the tiredness of travel, what stays with you is a feeling of contentment. It really felt like a New Year's trip.